Heaven to the family, heaven to the family. I'm about to do a test run before we get started here. Let's see. That's better. Yeah. All right. Okay. That's better. So that, that. And let me do it real quick. I'm ready. Anything we're gonna come in with my hold on a second. Okay, we back. I just want to test out my mic here. Yeah, this mic is looking low. This mic is looking real, real low right now. Okay, we sounded good. Different setup, same thing. I just want to make sure everything's at par because I ain't really want to getting this audio microphone up together since I put this together. It's on par. See that now. So that's a good thing. Now, what we're going to do today is go into some things as far as on the Texas laws. I don't know if you're aware of them or not, but we're about to go into that. I'm not going to hold you too much time because I don't have too much time to spare, but I definitely want to go into this real quick. All right. Let's see if I can get this right. Okay. Anything I put on here, let's see if this. Okay. So, yeah, I see how you be doing. All right. Okay. So, I never did it on this, so I never do all this. Okay. But anyway, we're going to go and do it this way. Okay. You should be able to see what's on my screen. Okay. What's this? so screen sharing. I'm trying to see. Okay, it's showing all that. Okay. So, okay. Okay, that's how you put it on there like that. Salutes. Here. All right. So, since we got okay. Hey, 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 hey. Now what is that? Okay. Okay, here, family. Here, that just, this is how we're gonna do this. Oops, over that. This. About that. Boom. Well, it's taking all day on this computer. And, okay, but that's more power. Why it's got me so big? I thought it was gonna put me little and that small. It's got that small and me big. Okay, but anyway, let's see. It's totally different computer on this one. Let's go on up here to the top. I thought I'd be able to read it off of here. Well, let's go and blow the whole thing up. How about that? Yeah, I hear it. Okay. What we got here is at least 7 people were killed. Okay, yeah. 8 new gun laws take effect on September 1st. Okay. Now it says here at least 7 people were killed and another 20 were injured in a mass shooting that stretched in and around Midland in Odessa, Texas, Saturday. The incident was the second mass shooting in that state. Second mass shooting. Less than a month. Less than a month. Following a shooting in El Paso on August 3rd. Now, we did have a big shootout here in the Dallas area as well, over there off of 35 and 635 area, where 3 people were, man, what was it? 3 people killed and like 20 people injured. Something of that nature. Don't give me saying those total facts, but that's somewhere close to the what it was. But we had a shooting here in Dallas as well. Let's keep going. But less than 24 hours later, a series of new gun laws passed in late May and early June by the Texas legislature went into effect. I'm seeing the wild, wild west back in effect. The laws were designed to ease restrictions on guns, allowing them to be carried in places of worship in the church. You carry your gun into the church. You know about them church shootings. So be careful, Christians, okay? Black Christians, whatever kind of Christian you is, because allowing them to be carried in places of worship during disasters, not why it ain't a disaster, during disasters. Don't that sound like a purge? And and why? So y'all can, you know how they had stopped it from going to churches last time, but now you can go and go to church in a disaster period and carry your gun and in rented and leased property. You renting property, you leasing property, you can take it up in there too during disasters. Okay. The law in Texas. Here's a quick rundown of the 8 new laws that went into effect on September 1st in Texas. Now, September is not here yet, but it's on its way. It's right around the corner. We halfway there. Senate Bill 535 allows Texans to carry guns in churches, synagogues. That means where the Jews worship at, and other places of worship. That means the mosques, uh, temples, unless otherwise banned by those places with proper signage. So you have to get the proper signage to ban them out of your places. Now they didn't took the law off of them not going, but now they taking law off not going, and you have to go back and do the business work of getting the proper signage. So if you ain't got the proper signage by the time the disaster hit, you know what that means. It's gonna take some time, and you may have some problems up inside your mosque, your church, your synagogue, and your temple. So your church member, your preacher, your TD Jakes, and all them, and um, um, Minister Jeffrey, and all them should be already on this proper signage. Okay, proper signage during disaster times. Okay, but this one ain't even saying during disaster times. Allows Texas to carry guns in churches, synagogues, and other places of worship unless otherwise banned by those places with proper signage. So you should be getting on that right now. You got like 2 weeks, okay? Because you know how some of these rodeo Wild West men and women are. They come on up in there with it. You ain't got the proper signage. Well, I don't want to hear what you talking about. That's just on this phase. As I go, you understand more. Senate Bill 741 prohibits proper owners associations from banning storage of guns on rental properties. Okay, so you can store your gun on rental property. That mean up in the storage uh, facility. You went down to the storage bin, that bad boy. You seen the dude walk in with you while you was in your storage. He walked in and opened up his thing, and you seen all kinds of guns up in that boy. You seen all kinds of guns up in that bad boy, like that bad boy looking like the Terminator, goddamn Terminator or something. He he came looking like Deathpool out, out of the out of the storage facility. so 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 this is September. This is September 1st. For real though. They prohibited it. House Bill 121 provides a legal defense for licensed handgun owners who unknowingly enter an establishment that bans firearms, like a church, mosque, synagogue, or restaurant, as long as they leave when asked. Now, see this the only thing that can help you when they come up in there and you got the proper signage. They got to leave when you asked. Beside that, you ain't got the proper signage. I don't know. You may have a problem because it says provides a legal defense for licensed handgun owners. This is their defense, who unknowingly enter an establishment that bans firearms, as long as they leave when asked. They got the firearm, you want an establishment that bans firearms because they got the proper signage. They ask you to leave, you gotta leave. Okay. Beside that, you ain't got the proper signage. Work, you know how they already doing with the police is with the cameras and going up. Hey, I'm a citizen. Hey, I'm a citizen, and I'm on public property, right? What have I done wrong, sir? You know how they be up in there. What have I done wrong, sir? And then they start cussing the policemen out because they ain't done that, or they know the law and they ain't did nothing wrong. So you best to be up on these laws. Go up in there acting a fool, talking about, man, you got to leave up out of here with your gun and you ain't got the proper signage work because you ain't did your research or you ain't been tuning in. Preachers, ministers, deacons, reverends, whatever it is, the minister or the preacher may not even be there. You may be there. See, you may be there. Preacher ain't in the church or the synagogue or the mosque or whatever. You up in there and don't know nothing about the proper signage and the bad boy come up in there with a gun. Look, I ain't got to take my gun off. Look, I ain't got to take my gun off. Think about it. House Bill 302 prohibits landlords from banning renters and and their guests from carrying firearms in lease agreements. You got a lease agreement with your landlord at the house, and bad boy, you know you can't. I got my gun. My homeboy got his gun. You can't stop it. Okay, you can't stop it. You ain't in this house. You may own the house, but we got guns up here. You come try to get your rent if you want. Disaster time. Look, there's some people that got killed. Some landlords that killed some people doing this thing because they wouldn't leave the house doing this the last one well really ain't really over with already. So now you got the landlord and you don't know if they're gonna do that with the renters and landlord thing again when the pandemic lockdown come. And then you going over there trying to get your rent or kick them out the house. And so you need to be up on this too, landlords. You go over there trying to kick them out the house, and then you knock on the door, and when you open up the door, you looking at Blade. So you know what I'm saying? You looking at Blade or Deathpool. You looking at the Terminator. You looking at Rambo. You know what I'm saying? You looking at Commando right at the door. See, yeah, you definitely got a problem coming right here. Best to know it. So prepare yourselves for whatever you need to do. You need to be looking to you need to at this far as on your offense for their defense. House Bill 1387 loosens restrictions on the number of social marshals or school marshals rather. That's the ones at your school with the tools who can carry guns at public and private schools in Texas. So you go up there, look like police force at your school now. And them your babies. Them your babies now. You go up to your school to go and check on your baby. You go up to school to check on your baby, and it look like the police department right there at the school. Huh? It's already looking like the police department at some of these schools. And they even got bars on some of these schools. You may not be in a location like that, but yeah, they have bars on schools. They got the gun um, scanners on the school property. Okay, now they ain't just got the bars and the guns right there at the door with the scanners. They may be all up, they may be walking all around. You, they may the they may make the maintenance man a school marshal. Ain't no telling who may be the school marshal, but they saying they can up it up because they have had incidents at some of these colleges for sure where they have some crazy lunatics. No, 6 feet, and he go back. Billy go back home to his mom's house and go get his uh, assault weapon to it, and or maybe with his guests, his boys at the landlord's house, and they strap up and they come up to the college and they ready to get busy. They ready to get busy on the suicide mission because you was bullying me over some of this stuff that y'all been talking about, and they did it and we did, and now you saying and that done popped off some stuff, and he got some mental psychological problems. He done came up there, him and his homeboy Rambo. But look, it don't have to be them. In some instances where they thought it was regular citizens and civilians, it wasn't. Okay, it wasn't. They didn't tell the whole story, but I know about it. So be careful on that. And you see that on that purge, they was making it look like it was just the regular citizens out there um, doing the stuff when they had set their own team up in there acting a fool. Okay, they sent their own teams up in there to get it popping how they wanted to get it popping. So that's something to think about there. All right, there, family. If you we got four guests up in here at this time. If you can, please go and share this and get the algorithm up and like this because this is something that all Texans need to know about. Because I'm pretty sure there's a lot of us sleeping on this. Now I'm pretty sure the ones that ain't sleeping on this is the ones ready for this. But I don't want you to be going into a church like in the past and y'all up in there praying and praising God and mass killing. That was the first thing said. Mass killing. Two of them already. Look, it said two of them already this month. And then they coming down with the new laws already. Look, look now. You gotta look. You gotta see it. Loosen restrictions on the number of school marshals who can carry guns at public and private schools in Texas. In Texas. Wild, wild west. The wild, wild west. House Bill 1177 allows Texans to carry handguns without a license during a state of disaster. You don't need no license. I don't need no license. Bill it, go over there and give me 50 them guns over there. We gonna need them bad boys. We don't need no license. Go on, go on. I know you got them up in your shop, and I've been saved up my money. So, man, it ain't no show me everything you got. Give me everything you got. Of guns out of nowhere. Ain't had to give them license or nothing. Look at what is capable. That's what I'm trying to tell you. September 1st, like 2 weeks from now. Okay. If you think this is a game, you better look it up for yourself. House Bill 1143 prohibits school districts from banning licensed gun owners. Now, we already talked about the schools as far as um, more marshals. Now it says prohibit school districts from banning licensed gun owners from storing guns and ammo. This was tripped me out when I seen this in their vehicles in the parking lot. So, so all your teachers may be out there ready to go to war in the car, and you don't know nothing about it. You could have, especially in the high schools, they some of them, old enough, and then you got some of them, especially in college, old enough. Right there, they got the guns right there in the car, license, ready. With it didn't just say storing the gun, storing guns and ammunition in their vehicles, in parking lots. It didn't say you got to be in the back seat. It didn't say it got to be hanging up in the truck. It didn't say it got to be in the trunk. It didn't say it got to be in the what they call that thing. Open up. I forget the name of that. Up in that little closet, doughy, up in your car. You can have it up under your seat. You can have it right there on the side of your seat. Ain't no telling what some people might put their thing. Might put it right there in the door. It's just all it's saying is you just have to be licensed. And you can it didn't say you had to be the gun not with the ammunition cocked. It didn't say it had to be loaded, not loaded, on safety. It ain't said none of that. It said you can have your gun as long as you're licensed with ammunition in your vehicle on school property. So if they allowing it at school property, what you think they thinking about as far as at the church, at the mosque, at the synagogue, at the restaurant, at the gym that you still some of y'all crying about in the restaurants, y'all crying about the theaters, y'all crying about, and the amusement parks, and a lot of this stuff most likely be closed down. But since you want to be hard headed, because we want y'all all in the house anyway. Ooh, look at that. Since you want to be hard headed, and we want y'all all in the house anyway, and you want to so the bad boy went out there for a minute, family. We're gonna bring him back in. me see if I can bring it back in. I can I guess this is some stuff. They ain't back. Coming back in if I can. Let me see if I can close some of these other windows and stuff. This bad boy is flicking and stuff. I ain't never seen that. Okay, so okay, that did it. So let's keep going. House Bill 1143. House Bill 1143. If you're in Dallas, you in the Dallas. If you're in Texas, you in San Antonio, you in Laredo, you anywhere here in Dallas, you in South Dallas, North Dallas, East Dallas, you in Houston, you anywhere, you in Fort Worth, you need to be checking this one out. You need to be sending this one over to your family to let them check this out. Okay. And then you talk about it with all your individuals in these areas and stuff because you need to know what's really going to be going down in 2 weeks. Okay. You getting their heads up for what's about to be going. So you don't be all surprised, like, man, I ain't know, man. We was all up in the church and I had went to the bathroom. And while I was in the bathroom, I heard some, look, man, you can't have that up here. Man, where was your paperwork? Boom, 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 boom. And I just stayed up in the bathroom, uh, got up in the closet thingy. He was looking around. He didn't see me though, and I survived. You don't want to be in no predicament like that. Okay. So where we at? House Bill 1143 prohibits school districts from banning licensed gun owners from storing guns and ammunition in their vehicles in parking lots. So you know how some of them go off on the bus drivers and stuff. The bus driver, he got one or whatever. Ain't no telling. You know what I'm saying? He can go back to the department wherever he work at, roll back over there on you. Ain't no telling. You got to be careful how you dealing with people at this time period, especially this go around, because they look like they opening up the door for a wild west purge. Basically, you see they got Purge Forever coming out. What the Purge Forever movie was about is the bad boys was having the purge for 12 hours or whatever, and then after the purge was over with, you had some with their own flag and stuff. They said, no, this purge ain't over with. This bad boy gonna keep going. Okay. So, they say the disaster over with. And then, you may have some around here waving some flags or something. You know what I'm saying? Waving some kind of flag or something, saying, no, 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 I'm not going back to how it was. Because I already know billing them and got the whole store over there. They done got the whole store over there, and they ain't licensed them. And 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 matter of fact, he got his store. My man got Billy, Big Billy, whole store, and you got about 10 stores worth of guns. And now you saying we need to license. You might, by the time the disaster come over with, you might be in created a whole new militia. You're already having problems with the militia, FBI and CIA. They trying to keep that covered up. They going in trying to break them up. Luckily, this ain't no Michigan thing like this. But hey, man, once they start getting it going in one state, hey, man, we got it going down here, Roger, Roger. And you don't hear it on the radio because they got their own little things. We got it going. It's coming in effect September 1st. All right, we still working on getting it up here. But you know what I'm saying? Ain't no telling, but shoot, they may have, since they got it open like that here in Texas. It would allow them to that door and get with. Seriously, family, I'm saying it like that, but this is you got to know how this man think. Well, we having a problem over here in L.A. right now, and we need some more over here. Well, we just got um Billy Billy cousin down there. He got his whole store. You can come on over here and get what you want. All right, don't even worry about it. He didn't. Matter of fact, because he didn't bought them all, he ain't got to get them licensed. Now you may have to get a license in another state, but hey, man, at certain time periods they ain't thinking about no licenses. If they can get a hold of it without having to get a license, that's like getting a bomb and you ain't got to tell nobody. Creating a bomb and you ain't got to tell nobody. Okay, creating pipe bombs, you ain't got to tell nobody. Creating uh fire bombs, and you ain't got to tell nobody because you can do those without telling nobody. But that's what you're doing with the guns now. You see what I'm saying? Oh, a lot a lot more. Man, that's more on the purge too. They was looking at them on the camera, acting a fool, killing each other. Then they sent they boys up in there on the purge in previous ones as well. Okay, let's keep going. House Bill 2363. I don't know how this stuff even came popped up and said it was going to be cool. Allow certain foster homes to store guns and ammunition in a locked location. In a locked location. In a foster home. Hopefully the babies don't get to it and take out the foster mama or father family. But now they can even have it. I'm trying to figure out why would they even say that. I guess to protect the babies. I don't know. I don't know how that man, because he thinks so deep. I can't. Some things I probably like. Oh man, that's child's play. I ain't even thinking it like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm on something way more devious than that with this. You see what I'm saying? Now you know down there at the border. Let me bring that up. That's not this down a little bit more. Estimates of Texas gun ownership range from 35 to 43% of the population, which is above the national average. More than 1.2 million Texans hold active concealed carry permits as of May 2017. They ain't said nothing about no 2020. The state has no laws that restrict the possession of so-called assault weapons and why they didn't put it on there. But they update that, but they can't update this. This, hey man, this is like 4 years ago. Come on now. You know, we'd have been through we didn't get started a pandemic and guns and all went up and everything, but they still telling us some 2017 stats. More than 1.2 million Texans hold a concealed carry permit as of May 2017. Okay, I see you though. The state has no laws that restrict the possession of so-called assault weapons of large capacity magazines, though buyers are required to be 18 or older to buy a rifle. Okay. Texas also doesn't require gun owners to obtain a license or register their firearms and have a concealed permit. In addition, if a Texas gun purchaser already has a concealed carry permit, a background check is not required. Hello, a background check is not required. Like many other states, Texas does not require a background check for private sales or sales at gun shows. Research has generally shown that states with higher levels of gun ownership experience what? Higher numbers of gun homicides and suicides. So, they didn't want to call it a suicide. I don't know. I don't know. May not be, but you know how they be. They got one man, they talking about he didn't, you got a suicide that's in the Guinness Book of Records. This bad boy, suicide was with two gunshots. Two gunshots. You got some of them out here um, that work for the government and things of that nature. It was in the circle with the government. Them bad boys got shot in the back of the head, the back of the head, and then they didn't got suicide shot in ways that is not even possible for you to even shoot the gun. Okay, so I don't know, man. It's way more here. I'll come back with it, a part two later. But I don't have too much time on this episode. But I do want to bring this up as well. Okay, Texas Border Patrol stations see 193% increase in illegal border crossings since last year. Okay, last year. Okay, I want you to see that it's up, and that's not the only thing up. You got the uh the ones over there getting with trying to get with these babies up too. 3,166%. Okay, at the border. Okay, trying to get with these 14, 13-year-old girls and things of that nature. Boys, all that. These child pedophiles. They getting caught at the border. At the border. It's up. Okay, within 1 year. Up. That's ridiculous. Ridiculous. Look, the agents arrested 10 convicted sex offenders between May 17th and the 23rd. 10. They got people coming over here trying to jump up in these trucks in Laredo. While they at the truck stop, they jumping in your truck and hiding in the back of your truck. And you get on up here in Dallas somewhere, and you pull over, and them bad boys jumping out the truck. So you guys to be careful. They checking them at the border. They jump out. This has been going on for a while, as far as with these trucks. I done drove trucks from out of there too, out the border. And, make sure nobody ain't in my dang old truck, 'cause he ain't with me. Who's amigos? Who's Jose? Jose ain't with me. I don't know how this bad boy got in the truck. You can go and take him right now. I don't know who he is, because I checked the truck before I got in the truck. I don't know where he come from, as far as I'm concerned. But you definitely have to check that type of stuff, because you pull over at one of these truck stops before you get to going in your truck, and you ain't went over the border yet. You some coffee, get snacks or whatever before you drive, and then you get to the border where the border patrol at, and then Jose and Roxanne jump out the damn jump out from underneath the truck or something. You gonna be sitting on the side of the road for a minute. You ain't gonna be moving too quick. You thought that coffee food and snacks gonna be gone if you can even eat it, man. So you got to be careful, as far as when you're taking your truck. If you don't know your new truck drivers and things of that nature, your truck driver teacher didn't teach you about it, and you go down there by that border, cross that border, and bringing something back across that border. Make sure you thoroughly check out your truck, man, because for real, they done found them up in the back of the van, people, trucks up underneath the trucks, up trailer of the trucks, up inside the trailers of the truck. You thought the bad boy was locked. Soon as you walk to the front to get in the truck, oh, oh, Jose back there popping the dang on trailer, popping the back of the trailer, jumping in that bad boy. By the time you figure it out, you're gonna be over there at the gas station. He done jumped out. He done jumped out. If you got one of those police officers, sometimes they don't do it. They just ask you, are you an American citizen? You be like, yes, yes, sir. All right. And they just roll, and you just roll on through. And Jose and his whole 55 people family, Jose and his whole 55 people family in your trailer, and you don't even know about it till you pull over as well. I think I seen one. I'm not for certain. I was trying to find it, but the one on the drugs increasing and at the border as well. Trying to bring in all this crazy amounts of drugs over the border at the same time. Man, guns and drugs don't mix. I'm gonna just let you know, guns and drugs do not mix well, let alone with some liquor or some alcohol. It just don't mix well. And then you got a disaster going on, and everything is you got the laws, wild wild west going on, and then you got all it takes is a couple of hot tempered heads, and you may not even be a part of it, but you may be close. So be aware. Your children, you still want. I hope your children won't be going to school when it comes to a disaster. But this is after this and this, this prepping, for the school and stuff. It's gonna be going on even without the disaster. So this is like prepping for a disaster before a disaster, even in as well as in a disaster. So you got to be careful. I mean, Satan is something else, man. He don't give a damn. If he going down, he trying to take down as many. I see him like almost like a wicked Spider-Man, then fell off the dang on Spider-Man and kicked him off the goddamn on top of the building. And the wicked Spider-Man is falling, man. He falling fast, and this Spider-Man has saved everybody on top of the building. And now this wicked Spider-Man is using his web, and instead of trying to pick himself up, but he know if he pick himself up, he ain't gonna last anyway, because Spider-Man gonna finish him off. So since he got to fall down there in that fire at the bottom, in the hole at the bottom of at the ground, he over there shooting out his web, trying to take as many people down, let alone buildings down, and whatever down he can possibly get a hold to with him into that fire. So with that being stated, family, keep your heads up, stay focused, and read. We'll go more into it. There's way more involved on this that I ain't going to, but I don't have the time right now. But hopefully you got something good up out of this that you can talk to your friends and read. Let me see if I can even go out with my. Matter of fact, I'm gonna go out with some of my music. Y'all know I put up about almost 20 new songs. 20 new songs. And I ain't even pushing them. They won't. My team won't even let me push much. I can about they'll only allow me to push like promote like twice, if that a day. Now I was pushing all the time, but I don't even. They don't even want me to even do that. They like you sit back. You didn't get all that work. We gonna take it from here. I'm like, all right, cool. You know what I'm saying? They're like, you can push. You can push one of your songs, all your songs yourself. But I mean, we got it on our end. You know, they doing it good. I mean, look, I'm at 1,000. It's practically hitting like over 1,000 a day now. So they doing their job. I gotta give them that. They definitely doing their job, and they ain't even made all these available to be sold yet. So a lot of these, only the people that know about my music is coming straight to my site to listen to these songs. Now you got some of these songs out on um, uh, all the major distribution sites and things of that nature, and they building that up. It take 3 months before you start seeing royalties and stuff on that. But I ain't even tripping on that. But I got some songs on here that that's exclusive only to my true fans. That they had, but everybody coming to this site. They ain't even going. They coming to my site more than they going to um any of the major distribution places. They coming straight here. This is not from no YouTube. This ain't from no Twitter. This ain't from no Instagram. This ain't from no Spotify. This ain't from no uh, cloud. This is coming straight from the site. They coming straight to the site for real, which is all praise due to God or whatever you want to call him by. But I'm gonna go and play one song now for you. Listen, I like this one. I'm gonna do a three. Well, this ain't even 3 point. This I'm gonna do a 2.0 on this one, but I like this song. When I hear this song, get me energized. Oh, wait a minute, wait a minute. It's still coming. Wait a minute, that's another new. It's only exclusive on this site. But yeah, that's one of the new ones I just did. That's something I wrote. I don't know when I wrote it, but I seen it and I heard a beat and I went on and laid this master track and do all. I got to do it all until I get it to the site with their business. So I don't be having a lot of time doing these contracts and taking care of business and then still trying to live a decent life, as righteous as possible. So I don't be having a lot of time, but when I do, I go and do as much as I can when I can. Like I said, I was up like a whole from 8 o'clock to 12 o'clock the next day doing songs. I did about 10 of them. Did some. Got to go, man. I'm doing the producing work and all that. I'm doing everything. I ain't got no help over here as far as that go. I ain't got nobody. I got my homeboys giving me the beats and things of that nature. But from there, it's all on me. It's all on me. The ad libs, the writing, rewriting, and all that type of stuff. I'm doing that all myself. But with that being stated, family, let me go and put myself back on. Stop shit. Okay, I'm back on the screen. So with that being stated, then you got this, the locks thing just popped off with the verses. I see they putting you know, the raw skills and stuff, but I'm also seeing they're starting to put that image out there too. That Tupac image out there too. That not the Biggie too much. The Tupac, the DMX, the rough thug style out there. But if don't fall for that if you a youth. You know, you have to see the difference between the lyrical side and the environmental side. Okay, I see him out there showing picture with four dudes up in the house with no shirts on, thug and all this on some news screens. So you know what I'm saying, that image. No, don't be no ignorant dude out here with no guns and selling drugs, and they got the they call them drillers out here, music and stuff. Don't be listen to that driller music and thinking you super thug out here and get yourself taken out or some, and that's a loss for your mama, your family, and everything. It's not. I mean, if it's not making no money out of it, what sense do it make? As far as I'm concerned, I grew up in Flint. I know all about it. But what I'm saying is, I was among killers, drillers, drug dealers, stealers, cap pillars, all that stuff. But the thing about it was, you had to be sophisticated. You have to know how to be among sharks and wolves and you have to be wise, man. You got to be around some wise people. You be around too many fools and be around too long, you've been got caught up in some foolish stuff. And really, it's a time and a place where you should be able to communicate with them. And you don't want to be with them in certain places. Seriously, sometimes it ain't good to go to the club with them. Sometimes it ain't good to go to that strip club with them. Sometimes it ain't good to take that road with them. Sometimes it ain't good to go over there because my man ain't got messed up and you ain't did nothing and you wasn't a part of it. And sometimes it be his dang fault. He didn't got drunk and act a fool and got himself in something, and he feeling hurt and proud, pride messed up, and he wants you to come over there to help redeem it when it was his fault. And we would on that, man. That dude come up here on us, and now you coming with him, and boom, boom, bang, bang. You get hurt, or he get hurt, or they get hurt, and y'all in some stuff that shouldn't even popped off, all because you listened to some dude, your homeboy, who pride got messed up because he was drunk and acting a fool and started the stuff. So I don't have too much time to go into that. Hopefully, some of the other brothers, Ben X, 19 Keys, Pops, um, Hassan Campbell, Kwame, some of the other brothers out here on the YouTube will go on and go into them things, prepare y'all and help guide y'all to not go in those crazy directions. If you're gonna be a so-called thug, what are you want? Be a sophisticated thug. Get the money, and be hard, as far as I'm concerned, and all that other stuff. You leave it alone, man. But until next time, keep your heads up, stay focused, and read. Can we go out with that? Yeah, we can go out with that. Keep your heads up, stay focused, and read. Peace. Oh yeah, young Pharaoh and Seti, y'all gonna have to step up to this time period. I know y'all got your things going on, but this is a time period that you need to put out a little bit more guidance as far as for the youth in these parallel pandemic times and prep 'em. You don't want that fire coming up. So you got to talk about it. Stay on cold, stay on par, stay on post, man. We got some other things we need to be dealing with, and that ain't nothing about. Don't let them distract you like that. We got to prepare these bad boys to keep the fire off, not just uh, us, but killing themselves and things of that nature. Right? And what you mean by us? I mean us. If you got one ignorant fool around you, he ain't got to get he ain't got to kill you, but he can get you killed because so they don't. All right, there, fam. Until next time, keep your heads up, stay focused. Peace.